Have you ever started a project with great intentions of keeping your notes and your tasks and all the other resources organized, only to end up with things scattered across your system just a few days later? And then it's a struggle to find anything when you need it. Happens to me all the time if I don't take a few minutes to set up a structure before I start working on something. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a simple project system in Apple Notes that keeps everything organized, makes it easy to find what you need when you need it, and it connects everything together so you don't lose track of any of the pieces. I used to create notes as I needed them and just drop them in one of the folders in my notes system, which works fine when you've only got a couple of projects to track. But once you have a few things on the go, it really gets messy quickly. You end up with random notes floating around and you just spend more and more time tracking down the information you need when you need it. And that's time you're not spending working on the project itself. There's lots of ways to organize projects, but I use Apple Notes for a couple of reasons. First, it's available on all of Apple's platforms and has pretty quick and reliable syncing between devices for the most part. And it's become surprisingly powerful. The basic setup is pretty easy to create. First, create a folder for the new project. This is where all the notes related to the project will get saved when you capture things. And having an easy way to capture things related to the project can make the whole process a lot more efficient. I have another video that goes into detail about how to capture information into Apple Notes from really any of your Apple devices. You can watch that video here, and I'll include a link in the description down below too. The first step to creating a project in Apple Notes is to create a project folder. Now, the project folder, where you put it, is going to depend on how you have your notes set up. There's various ways to do it. There's a system called Para, which a lot of people use, and that's projects, areas, resources, and archives. These are sort of the four top-level folders. So if you're using a system like that, you would drop it into the projects folder. But in my case, I prefer to organize things kind of by the area of my life that they're in. So I have personal things, I have business, health, learning, and so on. It just makes more sense, the way I think, to have it organized by the part of my life that it relates to rather than having it in a structured folder system like Para. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just really whatever you're most comfortable with and whatever sort of clicks with the way you think is the best way to do it. So I do have another video that talks about setting up productivity systems and how to sort of customize your system to work the best for you. I'll add a link in the top corner and I'll link to it in the description down below as well. So you create a folder for the project and then you start creating the notes in there. Now, the first note that you're going to create is the hub note. So in this case, this is the Thailand trip 2026 note. And then I pin that note to the top, so it's always the first thing I see when I'm in that folder. To pin notes, you can just right click and in this case, I'll unpin it first. So to pin a note, you just right click and pin note. And that puts it at the top of the folder, so it'll always be here. It doesn't matter what else you edit, whether notes you create or anything else. They'll all show up down below here, but the pin note is always at the top. So it just makes it quick to get into the hub note that links out to all the other places for the project. At the top of this note, I put some metadata for the project itself. In this case, it's a trip, so I've got the hypothetical dates for the trip in here, but this could have a due date for the project. It could have, say if it was a YouTube video that I was working on, it might have the published date. It just depends on what the project is about, what's appropriate for this. But I put everything into this gray area here that's sort of just high-level view of things I need for the project. And I like to be able to link to this note from other places easily. So I add a link to this note. This iCloud link here is a sharing link for this note itself. I just paste that in here so that it's handy if I want to copy and paste it into somewhere else at some point. And then I'll list a bunch of other links to different resources. In this case, I've got a reminders list. So if I click the reminders list, it takes me over to reminders right into the list that's related to this trip. And you can see here at the top, I also include a link back to the note from here. So if I click on that link, it takes me back to this note. So it's just a quick way of getting back and forth between different components or different pieces of the project by linking back and forth between things this way. And then I'll link to other notes that I may have in the project as well here so that they're all easily accessible. In this case, I only have 4 notes set up for this example, so I can see them all here anyways. So this isn't really all that necessary. But if it was a bigger project where I had enough notes that I had a long list of things here, having the links here to the important stuff just makes it easier than having to scroll through a long list of notes to find what I'm looking for. And then I'll add some other things that are related. In this case, I've got flight information. Once I had booked an Airbnb or hotel, I would add this in here. Anything that's related to the project can go into this note. But I do break some things out into separate notes like I have here. The reason being is some of these things I might want to reuse at other times. Like, for example, this Thailand visitor information. I've got travel advice and advisories from the Canadian government, a link to that website. I've got a link to the Thai visa website. If I was going to take another trip to Thailand at some point, this is probably going to be helpful for me when the time comes for that too. So rather than putting it all into this note that's just related to this one particular trip, I have this in a separate note so that I can always link to that note from whatever hub node I've created for the new trip. And this applies to any project that I'm working on. If it's a YouTube video, for example, I have a checklist that I go through before I record and after I record every video. I have a checklist of things that I do for editing. So that kind of stuff would be in its separate note so that I can always link it to any new project without having to sort of duplicate and go back and pull it out of a previous project's note. This packing list is an example of that. If I was taking a trip, the packing list that I want to work through is probably the same every time or pretty close. So having that in a separate note just makes it easier to be able to reuse the note or duplicate that note for a separate project rather than having this buried inside of this note somewhere. Now you'll notice that I have this reminders list link here, which takes me over to reminders for all the to-do items that I have to do for the project. But I also have checklist notes in here sometimes. I treat checklists a little bit different than to-do lists or reminders lists. Checklists are almost a reminder of just to make sure I don't forget something. They're not really something that I have to do. So I don't want all of this kind of stuff showing up in my list of tasks for the day because they're not really tasks. But they are still something that I want to check off as I go through them. So when I'm working on projects, I tend to break things out into checklists if they're just reusable or sort of reminders to just double check and make sure I don't miss a step on something. And the to-do items that go into reminders are more actionable tasks, like things that I have to pick up or things that I have to make sure I've done by a certain date, things like that I actually want to see in my reminders list at the beginning of the day when I'm looking at what I have to work on. And one of the things I like about Apple Notes and the reason that I use it for this type of stuff is how well it integrates into all the other apps from Apple. So if I say I get an email with the itinerary for the flight details, I can just share that email or drag it into Notes and have a link to it right there. If I have a page in Safari that I'm looking at or that I want to save, like these ones that I've got in this visitor information note, I can just share those into Notes quite easily as well. It just makes it easy to get information from other places on my Mac or on my iPhone or iPad into these notes and sort of keep a running tab as the project goes on. So over time, if this was a bigger project that I was working on over the course of a few months and there was a lot of different pieces to it, this note will gradually grow and add more things to it as I work through it. And as I'm sharing things into Notes, when I'm working on the various pieces, if it's something that I think I might want to reuse another time, like in this case, the packing list or the visitor information, things to do, those sorts of things that may apply to another trip in this case or another project, then I'll save those into the project folder, but as separate notes so that I can easily link to those from other places if I want to reuse them. And these resources, any other app that supports linking, you can add links to the resources list here. So as you're working on things and the project's getting bigger and bigger, and you've got more pieces in various different apps or different locations, you can build out this resources section to add links to everything that you want to be able to get quick access to, so that if you need something, you can just come to your hub node for the project, and you can get to everything else you need from the list of resources here. When you're starting a new project, everything is fresh in your mind. It's easy to assume that that's always going to be the case, but in my experience at least, it really doesn't take long for things to get disorganized and forget where things are. Taking a few minutes to set up the scaffolding before diving into the project is going to save you a lot of time and headaches as the work progresses. If you'd like to learn how to set up Apple's productivity apps more efficiently, these videos can help. And I'm working on a couple more videos about managing your projects in Apple Notes and Reminders. So if you're interested in taking the information in this video to the next level, stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.